go live. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, Chaos? How's it going, man? I hope you are doing well. Let me know if there's any audio issues, if my audio sounds sucky, if I look sucky. I don't know. Joe. I have my beverage, good old cup of tea. I know you love a good cup of tea, Chaos. It's a good blend in my Rick and Morty mug. So, I have never used Godot in my life. Well, sir, neither have I. I use Godot. How's it going, Dragon? I assume that's how you say your name. Well, welcome. This is Godot, and let me just, for starters, turn back on all my. I turned off my gizmos so I could actually see some things, and I'll give a quick. I'll give a quick show off of my game, what I'm working on, and what we're going to be doing. So this is a robot VR game where you are up in a booth. We have this little robot and we have to control him to get him to this charging pad. No worries, Dragon. I will see you soon, dude. Have a good dinner. Close that. That's fine. Check everything's working. Cool. Anyone just let me know if there's any issues during the stream. I'll try and respond to you as fast as I can. But yeah, so let me give you a quick demonstration of the game. So I'm working on the Quest 2 in terms of what I'm testing on and how it all's going to work. So yeah, is this going to be a mini game in the Scrapper VR game? No. So Scrapper VR game is on hold. It's in Unity and I don't want to port it over to Godot yet, so it's just waiting. 1 second, let me just sort to a child. So may be in and out of the stream as well for a child, so I will hopefully not be too much. All right, everyone, I will now be entertaining you. Thanks, Chaos, for taking my slack. My kids are just chilling next door, so I have to make sure they're all good. If I hear them shouting, I will just dip out to tell them to behave. You know how it is if you're a father or a parent. Did you know that ducks cost less if you buy them in a bunch? I did not know that, and if I ever do buy ducks, I will buy them in a bunch. I would love to have loads of ducks running around my house. That'd be really cool. Anyway, let me show you the game. So let me just hop in here. We're going to get into the VR. Let me just find my hands. Here are my hands. Oh, there we are. There we are. And I'm just going to hit play, and this may not be full screens for you, so let me just quickly oh yeah, and by the way, I also have hand tracking in this. As you can see here, I can wiggle my fingers freely, or I can grab my hands here. But let me full screen this for you so you can quickly boop, see that a bit better. All right, I just saw another duck fact which I'm interested to see in a moment. So yes, so we are here. And this is the thing. Obviously, this is all placeholder grey boxing. There's nothing special about this. You can grip this, and as you can see, I can move this robot around. Another feature I've just added is the ability to actually press this button. 1 second, let me come back and... is to press this button and pick up and drop objects. So if I pick this up, you can see I can now pick this up and take it. It doesn't do anything yet. I'm planning to add in some buttons. And there you go. You can see it then drops. And then we get to this and we will have this fade animation, and then it'll fade out to a new level where you can actually go through. Obviously this level is incomplete, but I've just got it looping, so once this level finishes we go back to the first level. For now, obviously this is just what I'm testing and I'm doing different things. Hands. I do love the hands on this. Yeah, anyway, so that's what I've got so far. It's a fun little quirky game. Jimmy Houghton, talk to me. What's going on? I'm building a VR game. This is the VR game I just demonstrated. It's pretty good. 2,000 ducks costs as little as £10. Is that true? I need, because, you know, that sounds weird. We are making the game. Welcome to the stream, Jimmy. Jimmy is a very good friend of mine. He comes round often, and we do things. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what we're building. So the next thing I want to do is I want to essentially slap in some buttons, and just we do things. Yeah, we do things, man. We do parent things. We do men things. I love that you've got a whole thing on ducks chaos today. We need a duck mascot for our surfer. We need a duck mascot. So chaos, we need to come up with a cool duck name, and we will have a duck. Cool. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what we're doing today then. Anyway, so this is my Notion board. So if anyone's wondering what application this is Notion. It's online. It's got a free tier, which gives you access to certain things. It's got a pay tier that gives you access to more things. He prepared a presentation. I should get you on the Discord and you can stream it to everyone for us. Anyway. Robot Puzzle VR is essentially what this is. I want it to be like a puzzle game in VR where you control a robot through a series of levels. Now, Derek the Duck, not a bad name. And this is my list of things I've got so far. There's going to be a lot more on this list. I need audio, so you know what, I'm just going to slap that in. That's just a placeholder. We'll flesh that out later on. So the one I'm working on right now is implement buttons, and by buttons I mean triggers in the game where you can go in and essentially, like that block you pick up, you can drop it on a button to hold open a door, or you can trigger a button to open a door or to release the hounds. I don't know necessarily what the puzzles are going to be yet, but that's essentially it. So we need to create this system. It doesn't have to be placed in the right places yet. We just need the system working. So the first thing with any new system is I'm going to come in here, create an empty 3D scene, and I'm going to actually, you know what? Not a 3D scene. We are going to change the type to be a static body 3D, and we are going to name this to a trigger. And the trigger is essentially what we're going to have. We're going to have a trigger that's either going to trigger a one-time event or be something that can be held, or it's going to be something that you can press multiple times to have things happen. That's all I know roughly how that's going to work. So a trigger requires a static body in Godot requires not a mesh, it requires a collision shape. Now this collision shape, for now, is going to be a box, and this box is going to be very small. It's going to be a very flat 1x1 box. I might even make this like slightly smaller than 1x1. Yes, that should be good. Yeah, I don't know if I do it one bigger, or we'll keep it a 1x1 because my grid is on a 1x1 grid, so we'll keep it a 1x1 now. And then inside of here, we need we need a mesh instance 3D, which we're going to use a box mesh, and we're going to give it the same size. So this will be 0.05, and that's going to be our base, essentially. Love it. Think there should be a small duck Easter egg in your game. Well, if Chaos gives me a good idea for a duck and a duck name, we will have a duck Easter egg in the game. It's confirmed. Duck is part of the surfer now, so we'll get a duck. I was about to say a good name for a duck could be Donald, but then I realised I would be sued by Disney immediately. Actually, for saying that, I'm probably now sued, so thanks a lot, guys. I thought it was cheese. No, cheese is the substance we like on our surfer, and ducks are the thing, the animal. Obviously, we're wolves. It's Muddy Wolf. I mean, you know, it's going to be a wolf, but duck is going to be our pet. The wolf has a pet duck. The wolf, Muddy Wolf, has a pet duck. Also, I got to sort my kids. They're just shouting. 1 second. Hello, apologies again. Just as I said, I'm on kid duty, so I'll be in and out of the stream while I pick up the kids. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand. I thought it was cheese. Fun fact, ducks eat cheese. Ducks eat cheese. There we go. So that goes with the surfer. Right, need to shoot. Just checking in before I get the kids in the bath. I'll drop you a message later, brother. Yeah, I'll speak to you later, dude. Message me on Snapchat or something. Peace out, Jimmy. So yeah, we can incorporate all themes. There we go. We have a duck, a part of our lore. Muddy Wolf has got such a great lore, guys. Anyway, back to the game. So we have this. Now this is just the base plate it stands on, right? We need a trigger to allow us to essentially... the trigger will allow us to go up to do the thing. We need a button. That's what we need. We need a button on top. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna add in another, or we'll add in another or an area. Oh, this is a hard one. Now, do I add in an area and have it be a trigger? So when something enters that zone, it triggers it. Yes, we are going to do that. So what we're going to have an area, an area 3D. Now, an area 3D, if we're thinking of the triggers inside of Unity, so you can turn a collision shape to a trigger. Well, in Godot, we use something called an area, which can detect things entering and leaving the trigger zone, essentially. So we have this area 3D, and we will set its transform to be 0.025, which should be dead on top of this platform. And then inside of here, we are going to add in another collision shape. And this collision shape will essentially, you know what, we could essentially steal this collision shape for this, and it will be just slightly higher for us. Also, this area probably should go up by 0.5, so it is dead above. And that means anything in this zone will then be the trigger or the area. And then we need the actual button pads. So we're going to have a mesh. Now, this doesn't need to be a physics object or anything. It's just going to be the mesh to show it's like a button. I'm creating like a button dragon. So this is going to be a button the robot can stand on or put a block on to trigger something, if that makes sense. So in the mesh, I'm going to go to box mesh, and I'm going to shrink this to point A, and also 0.05. And then this will go up, not by 1, we'll go to transform. This will be 0.025. And then we need a material, which we actually have a quick load the pointer. This is just one which is in the go. We're going to change all the looks of this later on. Are you still making Rocket Rat? Yes, Dragon. So I just dropped a devlog short, which was edited by my editor this morning on Rocket Rat with some updates. So the graphics are overhauled. But that's a side project, whereas this is my main project. So Rocket Rat is going to have, there's a demo out for it now. You can get the demo link over on my itch.io page or on my latest short on my channel. There is a link in the description to the demo. And I'm going to be releasing more updates to that game soon. So it is still coming. It's still being worked on. Me and my editor are actually doing some things for it now. So hopefully it can go quite well. Also, I'm gonna bring this up slightly. So it's 0.25. I'm gonna give it the full height, I think, like that. In case you want to join the cheese cult, yeah, the Discord server. So Chaos has just dropped the Discord link if anyone is interested in joining the Discord, where you can talk more about the games I'm making or ask for help on games you're making, and I'll be happy to try and help if I can. Anyway, so back to the button. So this, we're going to call this the button part of the mesh, right? And this is going to be the base. So this is the base mesh, this is the button mesh, and I'm just going to put that up there. This is fine, and essentially, we want to be able to move this button. So the collision shape is there. I also need to allow the robot to step up a level as well. So this is going to be called a trigger. I think that's fine. And we will create a script for this. called trigger, and it'll go into interactables. There we go. And I'm just going to delete everything in here. I'm going to create a signal and call it trigger activated and signal trigger deactivated. And I don't think these need to pass anything for now. That's fine. So we've got these signals set up. We will then create a variable, or do we need a variable? Yes, a boolean. No, we will call is active. This will be a boolean and set to false by default for now. And then we will need a variable for button depth, and this can be an export. And I'm going to set this to a float or button. What would you call when you press a button in? It's the depression. No, not depression. The button. It's the button press position. And this is going to be 0.02. How big did I make that button? Where is its transform? It's at 0.05. So yes, it will go down by half at 0.025. And we will then, and also I like to put my exports up here. I just feel like signals, exports, and then standard variables, just kind of how I like to go. And then we will have an area. So in our area 3D, we can go to node and go to body entered. This means if another body, such as a static body, a rigid body, or a character body goes in, or a soft body goes into this zone, it will call this trigger. So we can go body entered, connect it up to our trigger, and on area 3D body entered, so we're going to say trigger entered. On trigger entered, connect it, and then I'm going to copy this and go here, connect, and paste this. On trigger exited. There we go. So if when something goes in it, it will call this, which we are going to print for now, trigger entered. And we, for ease, we'll say is active is equal to true, and we will say trigger activated dot emit. And in here we'll say is active is equal to true or false, and trigger deactivated dot emit. And then we can also print trigger exit just for debugging. Talking about Rocket Rat, I did not enjoy it. That's the point. It's a rage game. It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an experience. Did you experience something? I hope so, because that's all you're getting from me. I hope people do enjoy the ragey side of it, though, because it's not fun if you hate a game. It's just, it's very difficult. I can, personally, I haven't fully completed the game. I did experience something. So I have not completed the game from bottom to top, but I have completed each challenge individually. So it is possible, but it's really difficult to do it all at once because it's, well, heat of the moment. Sometimes you don't go right. If you're not quick enough to the explosiveness, it's going to be hard. You know, there's different variables, but it's pretty good. I'm being told off by the stream's bitrate of 6,800. Is that not enough? You want more? I don't know. Anyway, that I had to jump into a call with you midstream to tell you that I hate you. Is call with you midstream to tell you that I hate you. I like it. I like it. I'm happy that you had fun. Yes. That's what happened. Cool. Anyway, so we have this set up. So this script should now work and trigger something. There's a few other variables I want. I want another export variable called once. Only once. And this is going to be a bool, and by default it's going to be set to false. Only once means once you trigger it, it will stay active. So in here, if only once. If only once, let's just tab these up, then this won't, or if not only once, then it will deactivate. And in here, I'm going to say if is active and only once, if not is active and not only once. Am I doing that right? You know what? If it's active and only once, return. So what I'm saying here is if this is active and it's set to be only once, then we cannot activate this again, so we will not do anything. In fact, we do want to check if it is active, then this will return, but this will never deactivate it, so we don't even need the and only once. So that should now work fine. Yeah, perfect, cool. All right, that's set. What riveting content! I know, it's great. It's amazing. And that's the trigger. So we should be able to test this now, but I think the robot is going to have issues going up the actual trigger. So if we go to scenes, entities, interactables, and the trigger scene, here we go. Let's, where is my, hello? Where am I? Is it here? Did I turn it off? Why can I not see my, oh, there we go. It's because I didn't do it. So I'm bringing it up, page down, and there we go. So that is the button. I'm just going to place it like here. I also need this to change color, I think. When we trigger it, should we change color? It's fine. We'll check the debug log for now, and we will see. So let's just go in here, and let's see how it's going. Let's see. Oh, my hand. Where's my other hand? All right, so let's just hit play, and we're going to see. I'm not going to full screen it because I want to see the actual effect. So we're going to move. I'm going to go stand on it. I cannot stand on it. Okay, I thought that might be the case. So for now, I'm just going to bring this over here and drop it on top. And that should have called the trigger. I do not see the trigger being called. Cool. That, just test it first. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying. It doesn't look like we had, no, we didn't. Cool, there was no trigger called there, so let's figure out why. The block is a rigid body, and it should be, I bet it is not on the same so I forgot that in here we need to set the collision. Now this is set to static only. We do not need necessarily a collision layer for this, or we could, yeah, we'll keep it on collision 1, but on the mask, we want to set it to pickable objects, and the player body is what we can connect to this. Static world does not need to be scanned. So we should save, and let's try dropping the block. We need the robot to be able to go up. So I'm going to change its collision shape from a box to a capsule, which will be a radius of 5 and 1, nope, 0.5 and 1. Is that good? It's a bit small. Yeah, that's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect collision right now. We can figure that out later. So that should allow it to go up small steps. So let's try this. All right, I've lost one. I've got one hand. That is a cup of tea. Do not knock that over. Okay, so let's go. For starters, let's see if we can get on it now. We still can't. Cool, I will fix that. Let's pick up the block. Let's drop it on. Now let's see if we have a trigger. We did. Entered, exited, entered. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's good. That's what we wanted. So it's now triggered. Cool. We can come back to this in a minute. So that works. Good news is it's working, and that's what we want. I'm worried that it called entered, exited, and entered all at once, which worries me. So I want if it's not only once and it is active, because we don't want to call this if it's not active. We also need to check if there is something in the body at all in general. So what happens if two things enter and one leaves? Will it still call on triggered? Then will it set this to false and will it not work? I think so. So I need to come up with a solution for that. But I'll come up with that in a minute. Maybe we need to count off objects that enter and exit the thing. And when that goes to 0, then and only then will it be an actual true exited response. But we'll come up with that. I'm going to add a to-do. And I'm going to catch all potential edge cases, including when multiple bodies enter area. Cool, so that's just a note. It works for now, so we're going to leave it at that. What I do want to do, though, is when something enters it and it is active, we're going to go to the physics, we're going to go to a function and the physics process. Well, that's what I'm saying, Kaz, but the problem is we need to know how many things are in there. Currently, we just know something's gone in and out. Let's say if two things go in, it will still trigger twice, but it won't really tell us how many things are in there. So we kind of need to still figure out, we need to figure out how many things are in there for now, essentially. There might be an area one, there might be something that says, okay, if there's something in this area, then we can use that, but I'll figure that out soon. So in here, I want to say if is active, and I don't want to do it. If active, else, and I'm just going to pass and pass. Cool, 1 second. So we need reference. So this for our ready methods. Let's go in here, and we need a reference to our actual button. And we need a variable called a button start pos, and this will be a vector 3, and in a function called ready, we will set the button start position equal to the button dot global position. Global or just position? Global position for now. We'll figure this out later if we need to. Cool. So now in here I need to say button dot position or global position is equal to move toward. Is it only for floats? Yes, this only works for floats. There is something that we can use. It might be... Okay, let's do some Googling. So now we need to... Can it not detect if there is something in there currently? Well, that's what it does. It triggers when something enters and leaves. But the problem is if two things enter and one thing leaves, it's still going to trigger. And I don't know if it holds the information of if something is still in there. Essentially, I don't know. I need to figure that out. Godot move Move node 3D to position. What's the best way to do this? Most common way is to move an object over time. We don't want to move it instantly. We want to move it over time. So position dot. Does that work with vectors? You need to move towards target directly on effector 2 to move effector 2 the same values as an effector. This can be used if you want to move value to a speed target at a fixed speed. Perfect. That's what we want. So I want to say global position is equal to global position dot move towards. Is this gonna cool? So have a look. It should be in here. Angle to, distance to, move towards. That's it. So here we are. This is what we want. Back to the script, the trigger. Move towards, and then we're going to get its current position. So it's going to be global position. Oh no. This is where we want it to go, right? It's target position. Yes, it is. So we will move this to its button start position minus vector 3 dot down times our the button press position, I think. Oh, and then we need to pass in delta. Cool, and then we can do the opposite, which will be the else if not. Hello, how are you doing? How's it going? I'm just figuring out some stuff. So we want to move it to up times button press position. No, button start. No, we just want to move it to the button start position again, right? So we want to take, we're going to minus this from it, which should bring us down. And then we want to go up. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We are just figuring out something. So this is going to give it some movements. This is going to move the button down and up. I'm about to show the game, so be prepared. Just be amazed. Or there might be an error and I have to fix the error before I can show the game. Hopefully not. So let's have a look. So that should move. And I don't know if I'm going to see this. That's the issue. Okay, so let's go back to the F1. Let's have a look. So, all right, let's give this a go. Let's try this. So, controls are in front of me. This is here. Sip of the cup of tea. And Paffin Noob Muffin? Paffin Noob Muffin. If I pronounce your name wrong, just tell me. Hello, I just found your channel like an hour ago because of Windows export on Godot, and it saved me. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, sir, and I hope you find some more helpful videos among this channel. Let's test out this game, guys. Let's give this a go. So I'm going to demo the game while I'm at it. So let's get this controller. You can't see what I'm doing. Well, you can see me, but you can't see what I'm doing here. And let's full screen it for you guys. So real quickly, I will full screen it. There we go. Here we go. And my hands, but let's get the real hands. There we go. Here we go. So we have this scene, right? So you are in this control area. Obviously, it's all grey box. It doesn't look amazing yet. And you are controlling this robot. If you fall in danger, you will die and respawn. But you can come here, pick up blocks, and bring it to this. Now, I don't know. I can't tell if that's going up or down. It doesn't really tell me much. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It might have worked, it might not. Oh, hello, hands. Real hands. Bruce. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to this game for you so I can demo the game. So that was supposed to essentially, well, move this block. Get out of the way. Can I still not climb this? No, I can't. So we can go to this pad, which is going to be a charging pad for your robot. So the aim is to get the robot to the charging pad. Now, each level will do a little animation when you end, and it'll fade in and out. You got a 4D laugher. I don't know why there's a shadow glitch over there. That's fine. And the robot will get on this paddle, and there we go. It's currently in a loop between first and second level. But that's essentially the game. That's what we're making. It's a cool little game, and that's it. F8. Cool. So that's what we're building. So I've just noticed there's more. Can you show me game? It's an amazing name. It is. Look like amazing. Thank you. My dream a VR glasses. I don't have any VR. Hey, that's fine. You can work towards it. Get some. The quest in the UK is currently going for, I think it's £250. There's a sale on because of Black Friday. And obviously there is the Quest free, which is £500 or something. UK, I don't know what it is in other countries. Obviously the price may vary. This game looks really good. Thank you, Pavin Noob. In case people want to get involved in our cults and help us write the alphabet down in exchange for some death help, you can join our Discord here. I love you, Chaos. Thank you for helping out there. Yeah, so that's the button. I don't know if the button's working, but it's me. I think I'm the problem. Let's do something else. So our trigger here, instead of moving the button, we're gonna remove all the move button code, right? We're gonna delete this code. I'm gonna delete this code. Only once is code we still need. We need the only once. But however, we want a far start mat material, I think. And another export far active mat material. I'm not sure if I'm writing this in right, so let's figure that out. Let's go to this, click on this. There we go. So the start mat will be quick load, and this will be the pointer, is it called? I think so. Yeah, that red one. For now, we can change that. And the active mat will create a new standard material. And we are going to just go to this and change it to be a bit green, like something like that for now. You know what? Let's clear this. Let's make our own color because that's too bright. Clear. The start mat will be a standard shader material. Albedo will be a nice reddy color, I assume. Give it some little bit of both, not too much. There you go. That's a nice red, right? Is that a good red, or is that not right? I don't know. There's the red we're using, so we've got that. And then inside of our actual button, we would like the trigger mat. So I'm going to copy the starting mat. Copy. And over on the button, I'm going to click on here, right click and click paste. And that should be a nicer map for us to see. And then in here, if we trigger it, we will set the button dot mesh dot material override. Material override will be equal to our active mat, and if it is untriggered, it will be equal to our start mat, I think. Why you prefer using Godot? Why not Unity? I hate Unity. Just because I don't like what they did. I don't like the fact that they will change stuff on the win. I know they've gone back on their whole changing the currency and that, but I just don't like the company at the minute. Maybe that'll change. I will still make tutorials on it, but yeah, that's essentially it. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it, but yeah, Godot, I really like Godot. It's really fun to work with, and it's got so many good XR and VR features straight up, and it's so new. Which means it has so much more room to expand. Personally, I think it's easier to get started with VR in Godot than it is in Unity. because I just think it's less confusing. And I've been developing in uni for years. I've only just started Godot 2 months ago. And yeah, that's it. I personally see more future in AR. Hope Godot gets some love in that area. So do I, Patrick. That really confused me. I read Pad and Trick. Is it Patrick? I don't know, but I'm going to call you Pad or Trick. Pad Trick. I don't know. Anyway, yes, and I've been speaking with Bastian and some of the other XR guys, and they're working really hard on making this a really good experience. There's features they're adding in, like proper hand tracking and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been pretty good. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot coming to Godot in the VR area. And thanks for answer. Bye. I need to go. Okay, see you later. Have a good time. Patrick is the name. I like playing with gamepads. Cool. I like it. Nice name explanation there. Patrick. Hey, thanks, I appreciate the sub, and I hope to see you again in the next live stream when we do another one. Thanks, man. I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by. And Patrick, yeah, so yeah, I think there's going to be a lot coming, and I hope to cover as much as possible. I'm kind of trying to worm my way into the XR community over Godot's Discord, and hopefully I should start. I'm going to try and help them as well as much as I can. No, you don't have to advertise again. I think it's in the description. So guys, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. You can get involved with the community. We do a lot of this different fun stuff. Chaos is our moderator there, or one of them, and he is great, so you have a lot of fun with him. Anyway, let's get back to the game, guys. Back to the game and in the chat. Thanks, Chaos. Thanks for bringing it back. So where were we? So we should now see the color change, right? So if we go back here, this color to change when we drop this block on it. So let's give it a test. Let's slap the headset on, smack F5, give me these controls, give me my hands, lean back up here. Oh, I'm now very close. Grab this block, come over here, and there you go. You can see it's turned green. Oh, so this is what I was talking about. So there is still a block in it, but then when I'm not there, it's untriggering it because I was already in it. So if we go like this, right, look. And look, oh, give me that. Give me the block. Give me the block. So look, if I go in it and leave it, it will finish. So if we go in it and we drop the block, but now if I leave, it's detecting me leaving, but not the block leaving and still triggering the issue. So let's give that a go. Let's see if we can fix that bug right now. So that's a bug we need to fix. What is XR? Yeah, XR is essentially VR, AR, extended reality, as Patrick says. Godot was very strange at first, all felt weird compared to other engines, but after around 2 weeks I love it. Just C#'s a bit strange in Godot, but the proposal seems good already on Discord. Honestly, Patrick, it is really good. I've seen, so it is a bit weird to get, because I'm from Unity, whereas, you know, it's much more strict, everything works in a certain way. This feels a bit more free flowy, like there's not really a standard yet, and I think people can really define their own standard right now. I think more standards will come over time. And I also think that as you said, the C# implementation should hopefully come in and make it a bit better. So once the C# comes in and it's more strict, people who want to make the bigger games, the more typed games and the performant games are probably going to be aiming for C#, right? So when they come in and they use C#, they're gonna, hopefully it comes out really good. I don't know yet, but yeah. Maliki King, XR is equal to X, is a place of a phi, A, etc. Basically, it does stand for extended reality, but yeah, essentially extended reality is either virtual or augmented reality or mixed reality. It's a placeholder for those as well, essentially. That's what extended means. So yeah, we need to figure out the bug where if something is in this area and it leaves, we need to know if there is property list change. No. We need to know, there's two things. I can create let's see if there's a built-in function for it first. So let's see, check if something is inside Godot area. Area entered, exit, but yeah. Is there a function? Is there a function to know if there? Oh, here we go. So return a list of intersect in area 2. Obviously, this 2D. Can we go to area 3D? There we go. And let's go to method descriptions. Get overlapping areas. Here's what we want. Return a list of intersecting physics body 3Ds and grid maps. The overlapping bodies collision layer must be part of this area in order to detect it. Cool, so this looks good. So there's two ways. We can either detect it ourselves or we can use has overlapping, or sorry. Has overlapping bodies. This one will tell us if it does or doesn't. So let's go in here. Let's go to our, let's go in here and let's go to our trigger in here. And what we need is our area. So I'm going to hold control and drag this in. Oh, drag this and hold control. There we go. Area 3D. I'm going to just rename this to trigger zone. I'm actually going to rename it here too. I feel like that's a better name. Anyway, back in here, we want to check. So if something enters, that's fine. We'll run this if there's no active in there. However, in here, we want to say if trigger zone dot has over, let's go get the method overlapping bodies, return. We do not want to run this if it does, and we're just going to print something is still inside. That sounds a bit ominous. I think this is going to sort our issue. So let's let me take a sip. Let's give this a try. Let's see if it throws that error still. So basically, if it still exits when I exit the area, then we have an issue. And I'll just do my own way of doing it then, I think, because... All right, so let's go along, grab this, and I'm going to bring that over there. Now, if I leave... Oh, error. There is an error. What is the error? Attempt to call function has overlapping bodies in base null or not. Oh. So before you do any of this, please make sure it is... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, see, this needs to be renamed now. So let me just delete this and drag in this. There you go. I renamed it and forgot to rename it, so that's my bad. I am a fool. Let's give this another go. All right, controllers active. All right, let's go again. Pick this up. Oh, hello. Did I? There we go. I think I pressed one button. Let's drop the box. Let's leave. Let's enter. Enter. Okay, that looks good. Let's pick the box up. Drop it out. Yes, it looks like it's working. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. There we go. So, essentially that's all working now, but I have noticed one bug which I'm going to add to my list to fix later on. So inside of here, so the buttons are kind of working. Let me just double check we've got everything we need here to work. Enters area. So we've just fixed this, so that can go. It says here Sank is still inside. Good, 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 good. And level 1, 3D. The buttons is working, and we can connect to this by going to node, and there is its triggers. So we can now get this in other areas and call something to do something. If that makes sense. I know I talk a lot of gibberish when I'm coding. My brain goes on a tangent and I just talk nonsense, essentially. That's all coding is. You just have to be crazy, practically. Boop, 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 boop. Cool, so that's working. We've got a triggered button happening, and it's only taken an hour. We don't have long left, but I will see what else we can get done. So implement buttons. I'm gonna see it's done. However, I've got a bug and that bug is picking up object or dropping object. Object can't pick up again. Now, when dropping. Okay, may I help you in 1 minute, bud? There's a children duties, guys. Give me a minute and I will give me a minute, I'll come help you. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Let's just write this bug up and I help my child and then I'll be back. When dropping an object in the game, if it's still inside the trigger zone, it won't be picked up again until you leave and come back. All right, to fix this issue, I need to greet August from me. If that was him, that was August, Chaos. I will greet him from you in a moment. To fix this issue, I need to essentially do what I did for the button, which is check if it's still in there. To check if the dropped object is still inside the trigger zone and pick it up again if the button is pressed. Cool, so that's that, and I'll give this a little bug. We'll go for a red bug because obviously it's easy. You know, that's the colour of the bugs in coding. And yeah, that's that. That bug's in there, and I'll fix that later on. I want to get on with some other things first. I know that bug's around, so I know I'll be able to fix it. Whew. All right, I'll be back in 1 second. You guys can have a little stare at my robot. There he is. Look at him, just chilling. Have a look at my robot. I'll be back in 1 second. Chaos, keep everyone entertained. Hello, I am back. August said, who is Chaos? So that's your response. Do you people like D&D? Woohoo! Oh no, you are developers, not TTRPG nerds. Dang it. I'm out of duck facts. No. Played it a few years ago with some colleges at work regularly. Nice. I'm getting a sore throat somehow, guys, so I don't know how. I talk so much. It's my issue. I just talk too much and then my throat gets really sore like this. I'm hoping it holds out for 15 more minutes. We need to make it to the hour mark, right, guys? We're going to get to that hour mark and then we'll see. Well, okay, so I want to end this stream is to get your feedback and ideas for the game, guys. So Patrick, Chaos, anybody else who is still in the stream, if you would please entertain me and let me know what features you want to see. So some of the features I want to add are some lasers, an enemy robot that you have to avoid, so like maybe patrolling enemies. It's a puzzle game, so it's supposed to be full of puzzles, full of things you need to do. This level isn't going to be a level, it's just a placeholder while I basically prototype the game out. All of this here is just prototypes. None of this won't be the official for the game. This won't even be a level for the game. This is all subject to change later on. But I want to know what you would like to see. So we've got like acid pits, cubes you can pick up. You can also, I have something called an interactable. which means we can do more than just pick up blocks. We can interact with buttons. We can interact with anything that has the interactable class on it. So here you can see it's got the interactable. You can change it to a pickup or a button. Currently the button does nothing, but it's something I'm adding in. Yeah. AR glasses, they see a future not only for gaming. Yeah, no, 100%. Some of the things I want to do personally is to build I want to build stuff for companies like VR, you know, VR stuff. Add mud. What, like mud off his wheels? That's a good idea, by the way. I like the idea of adding mud. So as you walk, there's like a mud trail behind your character, so you can see where he's been and going. That's a cool idea. I'm going to add that to the list. Mud trail off robot. From robot. Mud trail off robot. That'll do. I know what that means. Imagine seeing 10 dudes randomly running in a park, shouting stuff and playing games which you don't see. Meme potential. Yeah, honestly, that would be pretty funny. That'd be cool. Don't make him always have a trail, just sometimes. Cool, I like it. Maybe it's just a little trail as you go around and it stops when you go into certain... Maybe there's a certain floor type when you drive over it, it shows mud up. Something like that. I like the idea. We'll play around with it and we'll see what works. Okay, some of the things I want to add is when you walk, maybe there should be splodges of mud on the ground, and then as you drive around, you create mud until that mud has come off your tires. It's a good idea. I like it. Maybe oil. So you've just given me an idea with that. Is a obstacle of oil leaks. Oil puddles. Slippery. Essentially, when you walk onto an oil puddle, you cannot stop. You'll just slide across. So you kind of we could use that with a cool little puzzle system. Yeah, exactly. Just make messy maps. Yeah, so when you slip in oil, you actually drag oil along the map for a minute. It's a cool idea. What are for obstacles? For things? Ketchup. Ketchup's a cool idea. Everyone likes ketchup. Secret duck Easter egg and a cheese Easter egg. There you go. We've got secret duck Easter egg and a cheese Easter egg. They're just, you know, the eggs. What else do we want to add to this then? So the charging dock is here. So your whole guys are charging. Shoulds there. Now, I don't know if this would be fun, but each level has a timer, which is potential. I'm going to call this a potential feature. And in this feature, I'm going to say you have a limited time to complete the level before your battery dies. Well, actually, I'm going to copy this and just call this robot battery ? And what I'm going to do is add in the summary that you have to complete the level within, let's say, 60 seconds or 2 minutes, 3 minutes to actually before the robot dies, essentially. So you've got to be quick, you've got to figure it out. Yeah, you can add batteries for extra time. Yes. And so I'll add in potential pickup batteries. And then extends robot's battery life. There you go. Nice. Or a charging. Well, that's it. So the charging station is at the end of the level. So what you do is at the start of the level, you can find batteries to up your time. However, the end of the level, so when you get to, for example, the end of the level, you get to a charging station. That's the whole point. And a robot mafia run by cats. Good old throwback to the other game we were working on. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so that's some good features. Anyone else got any other features before I end the stream? I think there's been a good session so far. It's been a good little stream. We've had 33 overall people join and leave the stream, which is cool stat for you guys. Yeah. What else is there, or are we good for now? Should we flesh out the game and then come up with more features later? Also, how many levels should there be? How many levels do you think would make this fun? Should there be 10 levels, 50 levels, 100 levels? It was intended as a warning, so you remembered to not ask me for features. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand now. I understand. I think we've got a good list of features here, guys. So I am going to get ready, prepared to end this stream. If you have any questions, please ask them now. And if no one responds in a minute, I will essentially end the stream. 17 levels. That's a specific amount of levels. And guys, if you want to join the Discord server and talk more about this game, you can join the Discord server. The link is down below. Chaos, throw a link in the chat. And essentially there's a room called Muddy's Games where we can talk all about the games I'm making and what I'm doing. There's also a community showcase if you want to show off the games you're making in there, or even just show off stuff you're doing at the moment. And there's a link in the chat. Thank you, Chaos. It is in there for people to see, to try out, to join. So, yes. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been a pleasure. It's been fun streaming for you. I will try and stream regularly. There's no schedule, Chaos, I'm sorry. But I will try and stream at least once a week, if not more. That's my goal, right? I'll try and stream as much as I can so you guys can see the games I'm making and what I'm doing. And hopefully that should help, basically, because there's going to be a game jam once we hit 10k subscribers. We are so close. And I will do a Christmas game jam or something like that. And everyone can participate. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Chaos, I'm going to be playing Minecraft later, so if you want to join me, drop me a message and I will you can jump in. Almost as sad as the fact my half brother doesn't know me. That is true. August was like, who's Chaos? I was like, yes. He was bamboozled. But yes, cool, guys. I will see you in the I'll see you in the next stream or the next video or the next whatever we do. Peace out.